Well, Singy, today we get to see one of the game's best power hitters. He's tied for the league lead in home runs.
Yeah, he's not just hitting dingers. He's crushing them, Boog. No paint scrapers for him. His bat has been a huge boost to
he
this
got
lineup.
50. That's
Question
crazy.
is, how will they pitch to him today?
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about ready for baseball. And getting the nod for the White Sox, Zach Thompson. What do you have on him, Singy?
And a guy like this is going to keep you in the ball game. He's going to go out there, compete. Not going to see a whole lot of flair and flash, but he's going to hand it over to the bullpen at some point. And if you've been able to score a few runs, you'll be in it late. So we'll see if he's able to do that for his club in this one.
Here's Manuel Margot. Grounder might be two. There's one. Got him. On a Gallo. There's two.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Gleyber Torres in the box with two gone and takes a look at a called strike. To the right side, and that's just foul. Outside, ball one. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Now it's the second baseman, Lenin Sosa. That one ripped. And in one hops the wall. Around first and hustling for second. And one pitch into the inning. It's a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And now it's Luis Robert. Went deep in the ball game last night. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has
there's a swing and a drive. And it one hops the wall. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled.
Oh my God, another home run.
Swing and a ball.
This man is
right
on fire.
And that one back, and that one is gone.
This man is on fire.
He flexes his power with that swing. That's career homer number 149. And they boost their lead. It's 3-0.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Green puts it away, and there's one away. Here's J.D. Martinez.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Ooh. Now fly ball to right center. McKinstry sizes this one up. And there's two down. Two down, base is empty. And up next for Chicago, Chase Mydroff. Tap foul at the plate. Mydroff getting to start at third, 23 years old. And they went out and made a trade for him last season. Two outs, base is empty. Got him swinging. All set for the start of the inning. And now the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. Check swing called strike. And that's strike one.
Ball one.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Whips it to Gallo. One up, one down. Here's Riley Green. 3 for 8 in the series coming in. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-1. One out, base is empty. Now this is in the air down the line. Martinez on his way over. Puts it away for the out. Now, Matt Vierling, singing when the year's over, he'll have a new career high for RBIs in a season. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Grounds one to short. And that is that. Here on the south side, bottom of the second. And now, Miguel Vargas. Flaherty back to work. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1. Vargas with a homer in his last game. The pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Center field. He's got it, and there's two away. Two outs, base is empty. Joey Gallo steps to the plate. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
And he swings through that one.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Popped up. Ibanez. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Nothing doing for the White Sox, but they lead at 3-0. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Jake Rogers.
That's dope.
Just missed.
1-0.
And that drops in for a strike.
Hey, 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2-2 the count.
That's down and in. A slider missed. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Andy Ibanez will hit next. Splits the plate. 0-1. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Sosa settles underneath it, corrals it. 2 down. Trey Sweeney up now for the Tigers. That clips the inside corner for a strike. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. Chases the changeup in the dirt.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Gets to it, on to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
You know, Boog, you often think a slider's more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Luis Robert now. First pitch swinging.
0-1.
High fly ball, right field. McKinstry makes the grab for the second out. 2 down, bases empty. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Andrew Benintendi. He's already homered here in this one. The other way, Ibanez tosses across to first. Third.
51 homers.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Up the middle, and that squirts through. And they have their first base runner since the first inning. Manuel Margot up to the plate. Check swing, called strike.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that.
Runner on the move, pitch in for a strike. Wide throw, and it gets away.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Next pitch way upstairs. These two offenses can put up runs in a hurry. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And a strike to Glaber.
These hitters have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. That one just misses.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Hit hard, should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Sneaks through, base hit. Coming home. The throw in, it's offline. The run comes in. Runner on at first with one gone. Riley Green up now for the Tigers. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
That's wow.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's too low. Ball 2.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Here comes a 3-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. They get 2 runs. Welcome back and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. Swing and a miss.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And now J.D. Martinez. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And foul ball. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Chase Mydroff digs in now. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. And that one finds its way through. And that extends the inning. And next to hit for the Sox, Miguel Vargas. Struck out swinging his first time. Swings through that one. Vargas measures 6 feet 2 inches, 205 pounds, and he was born in Cuba. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Mydroff off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Who is it? Who? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Say this home. Who are you? I he. Oh, okay.
And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Thompson back to work. Right through there for a strike. Swings over the top of that one.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Sends it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, third baseman.
Ibanez batting with 1 down, takes a strike. The White Sox leading by a run. And we're at the top of the 5th.
Well, it's a good pitch there.
Wow.
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge.
Right.
And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
On the ground to the left.
Foul.
And foul ball. Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. No swing. He held up. Clyde Washington with the call there. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
1 down, base is empty. Caught him looking for the K.
Absolutely dotted the edge of the zone right there. That was a tough battle, man. So to make a really quality pitch and just catch him looking like that, it's got to feel good out there on the mound. That was a fun at bat to watch.
Sweeney at the plate now. That's ball 1. Outside low. And that's ball 2. That one the other way. Montgomery throws across the diamond, and the Tigers retired 1-2-3. Tigers back here at the ballpark. Let's check out the latest news from around the league.
The shortstop, Colson Montgomery.
Swing and a ball hammered left field, and this one looks like trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And it's a leadoff double to start the bottom of the fifth.
Everything came together for him. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Ground ball up the middle. Sweeney throws to first in time, and that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth. So the lineup flips over, and here is Sosa to the plate. 1 for 2. In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. The Tigers have some action going in their pen for the first time. Tommy Kahnle, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Herter warming up as well. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. In comes the run from third.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. He's got it, and there's 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
Strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
This one popped up. Torkelson has this one sized up. Brings it in, and that'll do it. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. Back at right field. New inning getting started. And here's the Tiger leadoff man, Zach McKinstry. Chris, he's currently the team leader in stolen bases. And strike 2.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's Frazier Eller gets handed the rock out of the pen.
55.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
And now it's going to be Manuel Margot.
Nope,
misses
that's a
just
ball.
off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. And a base hit up the middle. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Here is Gleyber Torres. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Just missed.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike. That's ball 3.
With the tying run at the plate, and we're the top half of the 6th. And that is out of play.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
In the air, right field. Martinez has a beat on it. And there's 2 away. So up next, Spencer Torkelson. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
And a strike in there.
0-2 is the count.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Gallo squeezes it, and that'll do it. Nice work from the White.
Pitching for
Back now
Detroit.
for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Tommy Canley.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump. You know, these White Sox, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Now J.D. Martinez at the plate.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Out to center. Margot settles under it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
So up next for Chicago, Chase Mydroff. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Movement in the bullpen. Johnny Brebbia getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And he chases that one. And a nice inning of work there as he sets it back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. Line drive, base hit, right center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike. Goes down looking.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Ground ball left side. Down the line, and it's foul. With the tying run at the plate here in the top half of inning number 7. Struck him out looking on the backdoor slider.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs 1 more out.
Next pitch is downstairs. And that skips in the dirt. And a big swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
There's another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Now pitching for Detroit.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Brant Herter.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than a hit per inning.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Ripped to short. Throws to first, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. And now here is Colson Montgomery. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
0-1.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Went back to the sweeper, and it was effective. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Joey Gallo. base hit. And that turns the lineup over. And now, Lenny and Sosa. On the ground, right side. Dives, and he can't hang on. No throw, and that leaves them with runners at first and second. First and second, 2 outs. Here's Luis Robert, also known as La Pantera. Fought off foul. Two outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that's the inning. Ellard back to work. And that's in for a strike. And he chases that one below the zone. Base hit center field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. And up next for Detroit, Zach McKinstry. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Swings through that.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe
swings and misses. Struck him out. Manuel Margot up now for the Tigers. And that one is downstairs. And that is ball one. Line drive, fair ball. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Around third. He'll score.
Big RBI for him right there. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
Next offering is in for a strike.
He's falling behind and a
swing and a miss. Struck him out of a slider, and there's 2 gone. And here's the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson, and fouled off.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
And now the count is even. And a ground ball to first. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And they get Torkelson for the out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Bottom of the inning, Benintendi to the plate. No, with the shift on, hits right into it. And Benintendi is out. Here's Anthony Rizzo now. 0 for 3 in this one. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
0-1.
Okay, swing now. He had his mind made up. As soon as that ball left the hand of the pitcher, he was going to swing at it.
And down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. J.D. Martinez stands in. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that keeps the inning going.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Out to short. They get the force, and the inning is over. Back here on the south side, here's the left fielder, Riley Green. Penn Murphy on to try and close it out.
Now, this is an extremely confident pitcher. He loves the pressure. Actually likes the one-run game better than a comfortable three-run save opportunity because that's when he pitches his best. Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
Damn.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. Next to the plate is the Tigers DH, Matt Vierling. That finds the mark on the inside corner. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Here's a high chopper, but it kicks foul. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. This one gets away as he can't handle it behind the plate. Tying run moves up to second, and that could be a big pass ball.
Had some real trouble with the pitch there. That's one he should have had, and that essentially turns that leadoff single into a leadoff double. Takes away any chance of neutralizing it with the double play ball.
Damn.
Base hit center field. And the go-ahead run is on base. Throw comes back in. The tying run stops at third with nobody out. Jake Rogers up now for the Tigers. Fastball for a strike.
Don't be surprised, the ball on the ground to the corners, that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Puts a bunt down.
Oh my God.
Makes it to first on a perfect bunt as they couldn't even
And they
get to
got
that
two
one.
out of that. Damn.
No
got
outs.
two out.
Runner at first. Andy Ibanez up now for the Tigers. That clips his zone. That's strike one.
That's crazy.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Gets a piece and stays alive. On the ground. And that's just foul. And that's outside. And the count 1-2. And the sweeper misses.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. The flip, there's one, back to first, and that is a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And here is Trey Sweeney. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Foul ball. Base is empty, two away, but two runs are in here at the top of the ninth. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. A couple of runs in the inning.
Pitching for Detroit.
Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Tyler Holton.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
Throw on to Torkelson, and the leadoff man retired here in the ninth. And up next for Chicago, Colson Montgomery, 1 for 3. Liner, and this could be trouble.
That's two standing up. That's two standing
And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Really stayed true on that swing. It wasn't an easy pitch. Lefty on lefty. Pitch was a little down, a little bit away, but he committed to it. And his shoulders stayed square to the plate. Didn't try to pull off that ball at all. And that's why it jumped off the bat.
Gallo, the next to hit, takes ball one. Swing and a foul out of play.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this is where they earn their keep.
High ground ball for a base stop. The throw home. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. It's 5-5.
Huge moment for him and his team, Boog. You know, some guys just grip it a bit too tight in a big spot like this, having a chance to tie it up in the bottom of the ninth. But he didn't let the moment get to him. Comes up with the RBI knock, and now he's giving his teammates a chance to walk this thing off with a win if they can push across another run.
Now it's the DH, Luis Robert Jr. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Margot settles under it. Drops into the glove. And that will end the inning. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. On to extra innings. Bryce Wilson into the game.
And if you dig into his walk rate, his numbers are really impressive. He's really filled up the strike zone this season, so these batters better be ready to swing the bats.
First offering, and it just misses.
Well, not easy to bounce back mentally after blowing the lead in the bottom of the ninth, but we'll see what this team has on the road in extras.
The 2-0 is in for a strike.
Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the ninth, so here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button, try to get some more runs, and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
Here's a 2-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boog. Get back on track. His team needs him.
Margot in the box now. Takes strike one. Base is empty, one away here in the top half of the 10th. Ground ball right side. Whips it to Gallo. 2 in a row set down to start the 10th. Here's Gleyber Torres. Headed down the line. And that will drop foul. The 0-1. Yeah, that's fouled off.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Nothing. On to the bottom of the 10th. Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. Line drive, caught.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Ripped into center, base hit.
It's been a rough one for him so far at the plate, but that'll help. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
On the ground, 2 ball. Tags the runner for 1. Over to first, safe. Here comes the manager. New pitcher for the Tigers, Jason Foley.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that'll get down for a hit. Throw comes in quickly, but the winning run is now in scoring position. 2 away. First and second, 2 outs. Miguel Vargas now at the plate. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1's the count.
Winning run stands at second.
Oh, game over, baby. Game over. Game over.
Martinez headed home. In comes the winning run, and the White Sox walk it off in extra innings.
So exciting to see a team walk it off. Not so much fun if you're on the other side, but what a great way to win. This team is celebrating, and this win is well-deserved.
6-5 the final here.
Detroit, 39 at bats, 11 hits, 5 runs scored, 16 strikeouts. No home. These 5 pitches. White Sox, us, 43 at bats, 14 hits, 6 RBIs, no walks, 11 strikeouts, 1 home run. These 4 pitches. Is this after winning? Oh, Bryce Wilson ball. I got KC. I gotta go to